Hello and welcome to your next lesson for Mr. C's math class. You should have your date, your name and your date at the top of the page, followed by the title 1.4 decimal place value, and you have that underlined. And when you're ready to go on, unpause your video. All right, and we're going on to the next slide. All right, let's read this first problem. Decimal place value. How can you read very small decimal numbers? And I'm going to give each one of you a decimal place value chart, by the way, so that's cool. Let's read this. 1 gallon equals, however I read that, blank liters. How do you read this number? Well, a decimal is a number that uses a decimal point and has one or more digits to the right of the decimal point. And we will have a notes after this, so don't worry about that. And now I have some questions for you just to test your knowledge. First question is, what type of numbers are represented by being the left of the decimal place? Pause the video if you'd like to talk about that. And what you should have said was whole numbers are on this side, or you could say integers were on the left side of the decimal place. So what place does the 3 occupy in the place value? You could pause the video to talk about that. And you've unpaused the video, and the 3 occupies the 1's place. Next question. Are the numbers to the right of the decimal place less than or greater than 1 whole? You could pause the video to talk to your partner about that. The numbers to the right of the decimal place are less than the ones over here. All right, so we're going to use a place value chart to help me read the decimal that was up there. All right, so we have 3 and, it says use and, the word and, to read the decimal point. 3 and, let's see where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to end with the word 10 thousandths. All right. This is read 7,854 10 thousandths. If it doesn't make sense, if you notice what's different about the decimal place, after the decimal place, it goes right to tenths, and to the left of the decimal place is ones, and so it skips the 1 spot here, and it goes to tenths. And if that doesn't make sense to you, I want you to think about a dime, and if you had $3.78, and if you had a 7 here, you know that that's 7 dimes. And if this is the 10th spot, well, we know that we would have 7 dimes, and we know each dime is worth 10 cents. And so that should make sense that it's tenths, because we have 7 tenths or 7 dimes. Meanwhile, the 8 here is in the 100th spot, and we know, and I'm asking myself, how many pennies does it take to equal 1 or $1? Well, we know that it takes, if we fill this up, this spot with 100 pennies, we know that gets to $1. And so it takes 100 to equal 1. So they're called hundredths. So whenever you have a penny, you have 100th of a dollar. Same with thousandths. It would take 1,000 of these to equal 1. So they're called thousandths. Also, notice at the back end, every single time they add specific 3 letters. Please tell the person next to you what those 3 letters are, and then unpause the video. So we should expect every time after the decimal place to add the letters THS to the end. Let's move on. And here are your notes, your vocab notes. Please pause the video to write these down with your example indicating the decimal point right there. Unpause the video when you're done. All right, so I've done my teacher example, and now we're on to example 1, where you are writing this in your notes. And we've been awesome at dividing it with lines, and I'm very happy when I walk around. Okay, so this number, 51 and 99561. How would I write that in standard form? We're just doing a lot of practice here. All right, in standard form, okay, that just means the digits. So you just write the digits. How would I write that in short word form? That would be, short word, remember, means that you don't write out the number, you just write the digits, and then you get the easy way of just writing the digits instead of writing those out. So that'll be 51 and 9,961. Oh, and I see it ends on this, so 10,000, so that makes sense. Let's go on to the next one. All right, long word form. See, the difference here is where they write out the word. 51, 51, and that's the same. 9,961. All right, that's right there, and then 10,000s. Please tell the person next to you the difference between short word form and long word form. Pause. All right, and we're going on to expanded form, and we all need practice with this. I want you to notice how there's two different forms they have. They have the multiplication expanded form, and then they have the addition expanded form. Both of these need to be written in your notes. If you need to pause the video to copy all of this, I'm about to erase all the notes I did. And if you were wondering, yes, there is a way to write decimals in exponent form, but that's not this example. Now we're on to example 2. All right, so I'm thinking, what do I remember about example 2? Oh, okay. Example 2, every time Mr. C has me to try to do example 2 by myself, and then he wants me to unpause the video to check them. All right, so you have a line, and you have example 2 written under that, and then these are the two things that you're going to try to do, and then I want you to check your work. So pause your video right now and try it. All right, so here are our answers. I see that we want to know where the 2 is. This is tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. That's the place, and the value is 0.0002 in the 10,000 spot. All right, they want us to write this in expanded form. I used multiplication. 2 times 10 because that's in the 20 spot, plus 7 times 1 because it's in the 1 spot, plus 6 times 1/10 because 6 is in the 10th spot, and then we kind of skip over to the 3 because there's some zeros, plus 3 times, and I just see how far back it is. It's 3 back, so I have 3 zeros. 3 times 1/10,000th. And pause the video right now if you need to write this, otherwise we are moving on. And you get to watch a cool transition. All right. For independent or partner practice, you have page 15 and 16 in your book, numbers 15 through 22. When you're ready to check your answers, please unpause the video. Please pause the video right now. All right, you're back and you're ready to check your answers, and here they are. There are your answers. Please check them. When you're done checking them, please go to the gas station on Socrative.com. Thank you so much for watching this math video.